Yo, is it just me or does this look like a green screen, right? Like this lens is so awesome. It's got the nice blurry background. It's perfect. What's going on, guys? Like, hey, Phoenix DTS coming at you guys with another brand new YouTube video. Normally on this channel, I do a lot of filmmaker reactions where I, as a filmmaker, react to a music video or film trailer from a filmmaking perspective to help you guys understand what goes into making your favorite videos on the internet. But today, guys, I wanted to talk about one of the biggest movies on the planet Earth right now. It is currently the second highest grossing movie of all time, breaking so many records, and that is Avengers Endgame. I got the poster right behind me over there, and I got Infinity War and Age of Ultron over there respectively. But I wanted to talk about this movie, do some spoilers, not really do a whole play-by-play, but go over, how I usually go over movies. We got from character, story, visuals, and the music, and just talk about spoilers, how they decided to make certain choices in the films. I've seen a lot of people talking about this movie, why this happened, why they chose to go this way with characters, and basically go over everything that is Avengers Infinity War, even in the development process of it, because that's kind of like my alley down the filmmaker point of view of how this movie was made. So let's just jump right into it. So starting off with characters, we got all of our favorite heroes coming back, especially the main core 6 Avengers. They play a major role, as well as people that didn't really shine in the other films as much, as like Ant-Man is very prominent in this one, and we got Captain Marvel back, and just lots of heroes are coming in for this huge thing, this huge movie. So basically, we got really great character moments from Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I see him bringing something new to this character every single time. He has a daughter in this film, so you get to see like the fatherly side of him, and just that scene with him and his dad just reconnecting. Like, you see how he really views his dad and just really gets a side of him that we haven't seen before. Captain America is very good in this movie. You see him trying to hold it together, trying to be the rock for humanity and like civilization, society. But he also has like that little selfish aspect of him that he has come to grow, especially after Winter Soldier and Civil War. So he's kind of growing into his own, making his own choices. Not so much character heavy work in Captain America in this movie as I like some of the other movies, but definitely a solid performance from Chris Evans nonetheless. Chris Hemsworth is such a comedic talent. Like, he does such a good job. They chose Fat Thor, and I know a lot of you guys don't like Fat Thor, but I personally dug Fat Thor. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it totally fit with the character, how he's been beaten. He feels that all of this death is on him, and he responds as any person would be. He's depressed, They kind of sprinkle the lighthearted tone and very sugarcoat it, because it is a Marvel movie and they got other priorities in the storytelling in the movie that they want to tell. But Thor he's depressed, he feels guilty, so he's let himself go, and I like to see that he's not as powerful as he once was. He's not a strong leader like he used to be. He's not a good fighter like he used to be, and we have to see a weaker Thor than usual and watch him come back into his own and like try to be half of the man or the person he wants to be. That whole dynamic was really cool to see in the film. And then also a lot of people got some gripes about Professor Hulk. I thought Professor Hulk was really cool. When I first saw him in that diner scene, that was hilarious, man. Like, I did not expect that. Like, I was like, oh, we're just gonna see Hulk like really be badass and like throw shit down, but no, we got like a smart Hulk. He didn't really have any action sequences. A lot of the characters actually didn't really have action sequences, but again, it was a different side of Hulk, and I like the ambition that the storytellers take trying to bring these characters to new places that after 22 movies we haven't seen them in. As a filmmaker, as a writer, that's something I really am inspired by. Now, we also got, of course, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. This is my favorite I've ever seen her, and she's only in like half the movie because she dies in the second act. I did not see that coming. That was like when like Hawkeye's like, nope, it's me, and he jumps off. I was like, nope, that's it. Hawkeye's dead. They finally did it. They killed Hawkeye, but no. Then she has to tackle him, and I was like, oh, that was one of 2 times I cried in the movie, was when she died. Not so much because of her death, because I haven't really been attached to her as a character in any of the films except for this one, but it's because of Jeremy Renner's acting. That dude is such an underrated actor. He steals the show with his acting, and his pain you can really feel for him. That was a really great scene. But she really comes into like this whole leader-like role, and you can see that how the Avengers have really affected her and what she's lost, and it's really cool to see that. And I hope that the Black Widow movie explores like that 5-year gap that we hadn't really seen, because I really think there's some rich material there. And then speaking of Hawkeye, Ronin, it was really cool to see Ronin throw down and do some cool stuff, especially the Ronin Tokyo fight. Like that, I've seen this movie 3 times now. The third time, I really noticed the cinematography in the fight. It is so good. And like as a filmmaker, somebody who mans a camera and like knows how to do like some of this stuff and pays attention to this, it was so cool. The camera sometimes does like figure eights between him and the Yakuza guy, and sometimes it just keeps circling them, and it's like all one shot, and it's really cool. Just watch, next time you watch it again, just pay attention to how the Ronin fight is shot. It's really cool. But we see him like as a family man and like cool stuff. Like this is my best like experience I've ever had with Hawkeye ever since Age of Ultron, when I loved him. He was MIA in Infinity War, but he comes back in full force in this one, and I love it. We also got some cool like moments from like Ant-Man. Ant-Man brings a lot of comedic talent in this. War Machine, kind of in it. I mean, War Machine's like the side bitch in like all of this. Like he's just there, but he's not there. He doesn't really do a lot of stuff. Nebula, I actually really like the Nebula in this one. This is the favorite time I've seen of Nebula. I always thought she was like very like one-dimensional before, but she's actually kind of like come into her own and has some nice scenes. Like that one scene in the beginning when they're playing football and Tony tells her she's won, and like that's the first time she's ever won at anything. Like that means so much for her, and that's so cool. And then Rocket steals every scene he's in, and he is constantly proving to be one of my favorite characters in the MCU, just because from a comedic standpoint, Bradley Cooper kills it, and just Sean Gunn, how they do the motion capture, and then Bradley Cooper comes in and does the voice work. It's a very interesting process in how they do it, and I thought it's cool, and I love Rocket. And that brings us to Thanos, like the big baddie. So Thanos like dies, like boom, 5-10 minutes into the movie, that dude is gone. Like the big baddie right there, he is no mas at the end of, or at the beginning of Endgame. Like it's like, whoa, who's the bad guy now? Obviously it's Thanos, because that defeat didn't really feel earned, and we need to feel like we have to stop Thanos. So it's actually past Thanos, and I like what they did with Thanos. So current, like Thanos from Infinity War is very methodical. He's like this like prophet dude who feels like he's doing this for the universe. But 2014 Thanos that we see in Endgame, he's like, no, I'm like a warlord conqueror dude. I'm here for blood. And even visually, like it's his eyes and the lighting, he just looks, and his brows, he looks like a meaner dude than this guy who feels like he was just doing it for the sake of the universe. He's like, I don't want to do this, but you know, I gotta do the snap. And so, but this guy in Endgame, he's like, nah, I'm gonna fucking kill you and kill everybody, cause screw you. And I thought that was a very interesting thing to make him 2 different characters, even though it's the same person. Moving on to story. So basically it's time travel, and so we gotta go back, get the stones, undo the snap before Thanos ever happened. And I like how they played with time travel. You know, they very fleshed out all the rules, and it made a lot of sense, and I think they did it better than a lot of movies do time travel. And we kind of saw it coming, like to go back in time and all this stuff, and it created a lot of cool beats that we wanted to see in the MCU, you know, like meeting past versions of yourself, like Captain America fighting old Captain America, Thor seeing his mom. Like everybody had, the Trinity had a moment with their past. Like Captain America met with Peggy. That was a really cool romantic moment. Way to end the movie. Such a powerful moment. Tony had his moment with his dad. That was super powerful because now they're both fathers. And then Thor with his mother, that reconnect, and like kind of paving the way for Thor to go where he wants to now. I thought all the time travel stuff was really cool, and a lot of cool scenes. The Vormir scene, like with the Soul Stone, like that place is just the place of tears. Like there's no way around it. Like I cried when Gamora died in Infinity War. I cried when Blackwood. Like if you gotta do the Soul Stone thing, so I'm gonna cry because you gotta kill somebody, and that plays like that music. Like it's powerful, it's emotional, and it gets me every freaking time. And then like the first act is very slow, and it's very somber, and I get why they need to set the tone. They need to have a reaction to the ending of Infinity War, which was absolutely crazy. And then the last hour of the movie is holy bejeebus, probably one of the best hours of cinematic superhero movie throwing down of all time. Like it is, like John Campea says, a superhero fan's wet dream just come to life on the screen. Everybody is there. Like even freaking Howard the Duck is in there fighting all these people. Like I will give, like, kind of knock them for the CGI army bullshit that every Marvel movie ends up doing, and every superhero movie. Like I don't give a shit about half the people they're fighting. Not even half. It's like 99. I only care that they're fighting Thanos, and anybody else is like whatever. And I know they're gonna wipe them all like the floor clean with all of them, because everybody who died in Infinity War came back and they're all gonna kill him. But Thanos is wrecking shop, like without even the glove. Like, he is a warlord. He's got his helicopter blade and he's fucking up Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor. By the way, the hammer scene, that was cinematic gold. I've never heard a theater cheer louder. Like, this made Thor landing in Wakanda in Infinity War look like child's play when Captain America caught Mjolnir. And of course, there's like the whole Deus Ex Captain Marvel that happens twice, which kind of bugs me because it's very lazy storytelling, and she's just like, she has no real plot point except OP motherfucker to come in and save the day when we need her to. Like, she takes Thanos' ship down like nothing. Like, she literally just flies through it, slicing it like butter, and just saves everybody and almost kicks the fuck out of Thanos. I'm so glad she didn't, because she hasn't earned it yet. Nothing against her. Like, I'm sure she would be capable of taking down the next big baddie, but right now, only 2 movies in, compared to where like some of my dudes have been in like 10, it wouldn't be worth it. But I am glad that like Thanos kind of held his own against her. Like, she was taking the glove off, like pushing his fingers back and shit, and he just like took the power stone. He's like, nah bitch, and just boosh, like she was out of there. I was like, yes, Captain Marvel's not gonna beat him. And then Iron Man comes in and I was like, bitch, what the hell are you gonna do? And then think I am inevitable. Nothing. A couple gripes, like some of the Thanos moments that are supposed to be like, holy shit, what is going on? In my theaters, I've experienced were often viewed as comical from the audience. So like when they kill Thanos right off the bat, everybody's like, ha ha ha, whoa, they killed Thanos. And when he's like, I went for the head, everybody's like, that's like a holy shit, he's dead, but like that doesn't do anything moment. But everybody's laughing. And then when Thanos is like, I am inevitable, clink, everybody's like, ha ha ha. But that's like, holy shit, what happened? Where's the stones? That's not a laugh moment. That's like a what the hell is going on? And then Iron Man, he's getting all fucking fried and shit. He's like, I am Iron Man, bitch. Boom. And then everybody dies and it's all fun and games. And Iron Man is fucked up after that. Like, there's no way he was coming back. And like, there's a whole moment with that. And then we get the funeral scene. And the moment that makes me cry all 3 times I've seen this fucking movie is the cheeseburger scene. Like, holy shit. Like, food callbacks in films just gets me. Like, ugh, because she's a kid. She doesn't know. She didn't see Iron Man 1 like we saw Iron Man 1. And Happy's like trying to hold it together and be strong for the kid. But saying that the cheeseburger, I'll get you all the cheese. Like, oh my God. What? But, and then there's lots of cool callbacks and like everything. Like, this is a movie made for everybody. All the MCU fans. Like, you gotta watch all of them to get all the Easter eggs to get maximum enjoyment out of this film. And if you do that, I think you're golden. Like, there's so many nods to everything and so many like payoffs to everything. It is absolutely amazing. All right, going on to the visuals. This movie looks amazing. Visually, it's awesome. There's a lot of green screen in it because that's how you got to do it, because it's a Marvel movie. So be careful for that. But everything, like Thanos still looks amazing. The explosions and stuff look cool. Like, it's so interesting to see how they can change people's clothes with CGI. Like, all the shit that they're wearing is not even real, because we see stuff in trailers and then they're wearing completely different other things in the actual film. But that's cool. If you can CGI that, like, maybe I'm not even wearing this shirt. Maybe I'm not even in this room. Maybe it is a green screen. If this was a Marvel movie, you wouldn't know. And rounding the review out with the music, Alan Silvestri's score is amazing. Now, I don't think it's as good as Infinity Wars, but it is really, really good. Like, he did both of them, and they just got such good musical beats. I got one gripe. The song at the beginning during the Marvel logo plays a little too early, because opening scene is when Hawkeye's family died. We knew that shit was gonna happen. We saw in the trailer that scene, and I was like, that's the opening scene of the movie, and it was. But they play the song, it's kind of happy. It's a little too early. Like, I would have liked to feel like a piece of shit a little longer before you threw that curveball at me, but it's okay. Other than that, the score was really nice. So overall, guys, I gave my review of Avengers Infinity Game. No, I gave my review of Avengers Endgame down in my Instagram. If you're not following that, what are you doing? Go do that. Read my reviews, check out my cool photos, and follow me on Twitter because I post a lot of cool stuff. I gave it Transcendent, which is like the holy grail, the highest thing ever I can give a movie, because this transcends comic book movies, how to end a comic book movie, how to pay off, how to end a saga. It does such a good job tying the bow together and giving you everything you ever wanted and more, exceeding expectations, and just wrapping up a story that has been lasting over 22 movies into something freaking amazing and awesome. I didn't have a problem with the 3 hours. I thought it went by really fast. Didn't have a pee problem at all during all 3 of my viewings. And I just thought this was a really awesome action-packed movie. I hope they don't undo any of the deaths. Well, they're not going to do it under Iron Man's, but I hope they don't undo Black Widow's death, because that'd be really cheap and just undo everything and make me not feel that there's any tension in these movies any more than I already do. But overall, guys, I really loved Avengers Endgame. That's why I got a poster of that one, and I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray 4K. So let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Did you like it? Did you have problems with Fat Thor and Professor Hulk? I want to know in the comment section below. And what's my outro? I don't really have an outro. I just say don't forget to drop a like if you did enjoy the video and subscribe for new videos every single week. This has been me, Daniel, aka Phoenix DTS, and I want you to find yourself, be yourself, and love yourself. Hi guys, Daniel, aka Phoenix here, checking in with you guys at the end of the video. If you did enjoy what you saw, please check out one of these other 2 videos, or just like the video and subscribe down below for a video every single week. Thank you guys. I love you. Have a good one.